Hello friends. I suspected, because I'm working outside today, that the construction going on down the street might be a hindrance. But I've got some pretty birds in the background and some not so pretty bird sounds. And so today I'm going to be adding color, experimenting with mixtures and application of different colors, at the same time trying to concentrate on my composition. Now, having said that, I'm just doing what I was doing in part one, which was experimenting. Some of these things may not work. What I've done is mixed two colors of, purple and blue, and I'm going to be applying this actually with the brush because I don't think the consistency is going to be smooth enough or liquefied enough. I'm thinning this with water. Hoping that will help the paint to flow. Start by just actually, I don't mind how this is working. I should also add that I'm working with my ceiling fan on my screen porch, so that noise might be a little distracting too, but one thing I see happening when I rub the brush over these pieces of wood shavings, I'm actually getting some lighter areas, which I don't necessarily want. But it's an experiment. Now I'm going to continue this color right down here. For balance. And there are a few rules even in abstract painting. Just a little bit over here, a little bit over here. Maybe just a little bit in here. If I don't like this as I go along, I can certainly do something different. be using the end of my paintbrush. Because these textures are so raised, it's going to be probably difficult to do any sort of blending together. These are colors I really don't want to blend together because of the fact that they are colors that are opposite on the color wheel, which means blended together they'll make gray. And I definitely do not want gray in my painting. Beginning to establish some patterning that I don't particularly like, so I need to take them in some opposite directions. Doing some tilting. See if these colors will run at all. Water bottle. I've learned two things already. One, pouring is not working without that polymer gel. And second thing I've learned is with highly textured surfaces, pouring is just not going to work. If by pouring I'm indicating something of a blending together because the texture is just too great. See what's happening over here when I'm getting into that place where I'm blending too much with the complementary colors, which are, in this case, the purple. Raised areas of paint are going to create some more texture. These globs are inside my gesso bottle. In the past, they've created films. Okay, my camera battery went dead without my realizing it. So I decided just to go ahead and keep working off camera. And what I have now is, frankly, a mess. And so I decided it was time for me to turn the video camera back on and look at this through the lens of my camera, because when I'm doing my editing I can usually see things that are problems that I couldn't necessarily see before. So let me tell you what I think so far. So far, too busy. Some people like busy stuff. I don't like it quite this busy. I wish I had done more background design before I actually put my texture on this canvas, because the vision I had in my head isn't necessarily working with the technical aspect of the paints that I have to work with. And as I've mentioned, two things I learned. One, you can't do pouring without a good medium, and I do have some medium, but I don't have the polymer gel medium, and so that's going to be on the top of my shopping list. And the other thing is, you can't really paint on top of as much texture as I have. And I'm not sure if you can see this, but my texture basically isn't showing up very well in some places where it's actually the heaviest. So I'm going to be surveying the damage, and it's not irreparable damage, trust me. So I'm going to go and see what I can find out. And as I've said many times, especially in the beginning, this is experimentation. Sometimes experiments work, sometimes they don't. And I'm going to definitely find a way to make this work. I have a red kitchen wall, which is really kind of an orange red, or what I call brick red. And I was thinking it would be nice to hang this in there, but at this point I'm not sure I want to look at it that often. But I'm going to fix it to my satisfaction, and I hope you will be as patient with yourself. Okay, well, let me go and take care of that business and see where I want to go from here.